Welcome back. It's time to finally find out who did the turnabout samurai. Was it you? Were you the samurai that turned, or was it you?
I was the samurai that abouted.
Turn. What's that all about?
Me.
That was a close one, huh, Mia?
Sorry, I think Mia versus Maya. Okay. Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
Maya.
So, what happened?
Well, I think I got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof.
We were debating if she was, like, cognizant during her possessions.
Yeah, she apparently misses everything.
That's kind of fucked up.
That's a little, yeah.
But, you know.
Her life's just going to be shorter from here on out. She also never gets to meet her sister.
Yeah, they're always
she has, like,
switching.
Yeah, she has the power to, like, bring her sister back, but she never gets to be there.
Maybe.
So she doesn't get to, like, experience her sister anymore.
Maybe Mia could, like, write her a letter and they could switch back and then Maya can read it. And then they'll communicate that way. But you are missing valuable time in your entire life. It's like being a drunk all the time and just blacking out parts of your life.
No. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have.
Initial trial? What's that?
That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system they decided to speed the whole process up.
I see.
This has to be on purpose. Like, I'm hoping it's not just like a really flippant. I don't think it is flippant. I think they literally were like trying to criticize the concept of like how the system functions when it's overstressed and how people don't get justice as a result. I think that's intentional. Well,
then I have more respect for this stupid idea of a 3-day court system if it was done in, like, criticism of our current court system. I like that idea better, so I'm going to think that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we've no time to... Oh, that's you.
We've got no time to waste. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume?
What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she missed all that. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it?
That's what we have to find out. It couldn't have anything to do with his failing career and his past, like, fame or anything.
What happened with the director's testimony?
Well, it's pretty clear the producer and the director were both in the trailer.
Huh.
Which means the killer has to be one of them.
Really? Why?
Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is.
This is a good, this is a good synopsis of what happened last time.
Good recap.
What?
Was Maya always this excitable?
Yes.
Well, you're revealing an entire day of plot twists on her all at once with no context.
Well, and she makes that emote a lot.
Yeah. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us?
I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything.
Right.
Maybe we should go talk to WP.
WP.
Whip.
Powers, right. WP.
Dude.
Would you like to examine the favorite plant?
Yeah, you gotta make sure, you gotta like keep checking on it and see if she gets better at watering it correctly.
Yeah.
I hope that like Maya doesn't like have a relationship and then Mia like butts in and like sleeps with her husband without her knowing.
Oh no.
That seems like the stuff that happens when you're on that like prescription sleep medication that people have sued over, because apparently that happened during
Oh no.
like Lunestra or whatever. Lunesta got sued for that because people were doing stuff in their sleep that they like ruining their whole lives without realizing it.
Weren't consenting to.
Well, they were like going off and like sleeping with other people and stuff.
Oh
and just
no.
random stuff.
What do you think about this? It's that fanboy's prized possession.
Wow, impressive. It's a little different from the Steel Samurai on TV.
These are mostly taken at those PR shows they do at the stores and fairs. I'm pretty sure it's not even Will Powers inside that suit.
No true fan would be satisfied with anything less than the real thing.
How would you tell?
He's still a child, I suppose. I guess it takes an adult to appreciate the real deal, right, Nick? That's
yeah, whatever you say.
Maya's a cutie pie.
This is Cody's...
Hey, a digital camera! I'm impressed a kid like him would have something this expensive. That looks like a trash digital camera. That's just me. Kids these days.
I don't imagine spirit mediums in training get a lot of toys.
My brother gets freaking iPads at his high school, and I'm mad about that still.
This has to come up today. It still hasn't come up.
It has to. It has
Just like
to.
the pant leg thing, like we're waiting for this like broken spirit thing to actually come up in the plot.
Dear
it
Lord,
never has. All they do is mention it, and that's it.
If that pant leg thing does not come up, I'm gonna be
very frustrated.
Just go fall off the face of the earth.
I mean, maybe it's gonna be like the papers and the statue, which yes, guys. Oh, that was like
that
flipping.
Was loud.
Yeah, it was loud.
Don't yell, Keith. Don't yell.
Do I need to turn down my? I think I need to turn it down.
It's too aggressive.
It's hard to balance two microphones.
Sorry.
It's so much easier when there's one.
Sorry.
Yes, guys, we're getting all those comments about the statue and the papers, which and then I think back to like, oh god, now I think back to all the times I repeated that and so on. But at the same time, there was also multiple comments saying it was very missable that it removed it.
It's just I just like in the real world, stuff goes into custody, and I assume that it's like. I don't know. I don't know. The logic
like
in this world's already really fucky, so I think I'm following that train of logic.
At some point, y'all just gotta accept you're watching a pre-recorded Let's Play.
And we're both stupid.
But yeah, because
I'm stupid.
Yeah, there was a comment today on the Discord.
I'm lovable and
someone
stupid.
Said, it's really frustrating to see Keith and Stephanie complain about the cases and nice attorney when they're wrong about what's going on. Not saying I want them to stop, but just that they paid more attention. Because humans are...
Oh, you poor baby.
It's like...
I'm sorry.
I'm like... But humans can't do that. Humans can't just like magically cue into the thing that they're wrong about and then know about it. Like, if there's nothing pointing it out. Like, that's the issue about a visual novel mystery is if you get in the wrong path in your head, you'll never be corrected because the game's not interactive. You can't talk to any of the characters, so you'll just have this grievance in the back of your head. So for all I know, this entire case, there was some kind of explanation about the pant legs that we just didn't quite latch onto, and then we complain about the entire case, and it's going to be just like the papers and the statue, where people are just going to be mad about it every episode. But like, you can't know. All you do is just the first comment rolls, and you're like, oh, okay.
Keith and I are in a
Here comes a whole series of those.
Keith and I are in a vacuum. We only get to bounce ideas off of each other, and if we both have the same like idea on something, it's like there's no other option for diversifying.
And the alternative is we record one episode at a time and then wait a few days between every episode, and the video takes like the series takes a year to finish, but also someone just spoils the entire case on the first episode because that's what always happens. So we're pre-recording this much to avoid spoilers in the first place. Because if we open ourselves to outside feedback, then we just get the case spoiled by us, because that's what happens when you read YouTube comments.
You know...
There's no right answer.
You can't be good at everything, guys. We're only delightful as we are allowed to be by nature. So
I figured I'd acknowledge
we get things wrong, we are wrong.
Permanent acknowledgement of that in the series now. So when people are... Because it's one of those things where it's like, oh, great. I get comments on 3-year-old playthroughs about exactly that kind of thing, and I just get the same comment over and over again forever as a result. So it's like, all right, well, this will be the permanent feedback on that, I guess. Because someone will leave a comment about that in 2024 about like the papers are clearly not in the statue anymore, and they definitely got like that whole thing. Because that's what happens right now about stuff I did 4 years ago. Now it's like, oh god damn it. Episode 29 of Outer Wilds. Oh my god. I get it, guys. I didn't do the time travel thing correctly. I get it. Quantum photographs.
You know,
I got a comment about that today and yesterday and the day before, and it's like I did this series like a year ago. Like, stop.
Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay, guys. It'll be okay. We'll fuck up something else later and you'll forget about this fuck up. So just wait, it'll be fine. Sorry, I don't know how that will help us figure this out. I don't remember what that was now.
It's just the monkey head.
The monkey head.
Yeah. Let's see if she says anything about the pant legs. Who would have thought that it was Jack Hammer inside? But why did he steal it? That's what I have to figure out. I didn't present it. I just looked at it myself, and then
and she just went.
She's like, "Huh?
What are you doing?" Something weird I want to comment on is that her necklace is not like, it doesn't go around her neck. It's like attached to her shirt, and I keep thinking about that. I wonder if that's like a thing that people do. But it just it actually like cuts off right here.
Maybe it goes under her shirt.
No, because
that'd be painful.
No, because when she's sitting sideways during the trial, you can see where it stops.
So you think it's just like it clasps onto her front?
It's like one of those little clips, like a clip or something. Tie,
but it's a clip-on necklace.
I'm just finding this fascinating.
It's a necklace facade.
It is, or it's like those little. So for girls, they used to sell a tank top that you'd put in the middle of your blouse that goes too far down. It shows like too much titties.
What if it goes under her kimono or whatever?
It doesn't.
But the rest of it's just a chain.
Well, maybe
like flat.
But there's a gap. Yeah, so maybe.
So I wonder if maybe just the front of it is like all bulky and covered in beads, but the rest of it's just like a really plain thin necklace.
That'd be odd, but it's possible. But like they sold little triangle patches of cloth that you'd put in your blouse that was too like low cut that you just like put inside that looks like you're wearing a shirt underneath it, but you're not.
Yeah.
It's a false sense of outfit that isn't real.
It's an outfit bib.
Yeah.
Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. She's sassing you.
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Never. Hey, Whip. Only one day left till you're in jail. Let's make it count.
We're gonna die. I forgot where we were in the timeline. I thought we were going into the final trial, but we left off with when we're about to do the final investigation, I think. And then the final trial? Yes. Well, there's not really anything I can do to help.
I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Yay. Please, this is no laughing matter. You will die. Dead to death. Can you tell me more about Mrs. Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios went on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh,
And what?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow about her being a serial murderer.
Not that that's important.
Probably not related.
Yeah, not.
Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director.
He's also really
but then he hit
handsome.
18. Bam!
Oh! Wait, no, to be a director, you have to be older than 18.
But he was a minor.
Oh my gosh.
A minor director.
I went straight to porn, so.
You went straight to porn?
That's what. Well, that maybe I meant porn. And I was gonna say, those girls in those videos only pretend to be underage, Keith. They aren't actually underage, alright? That's illegal.
You took that places.
I did, I'm sorry.
But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella.
How could you not?
It's why people wash their hands at the thought of him. Harry's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though. I can't imagine him jumping.
Damn.
Damn.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? Then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in the little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to his sequels of Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. Oh. Did she destroy his career directly? 5 years ago. Here's that picture again. Is that really Jack Hammer inside that suit? He's the only one who it could have been. But why would he?
Yeah, why?
You're the medium. Why don't you summon up Mr. Hammer's spirit and ask him yourself?
Give me about 3 more years.
This is like... On one hand, the Mia Maya thing is fun, but on the other hand, like, this completely opens up massive Deus Ex Machina solutions to problems, potentially.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in the future, like, this could fix everything.
We're a murder investigator, and our assistant can potentially talk to the dead at some point.
Yeah, I wonder if that'll hold up in court.
Yeah.
I'm gonna summon, like, up to the stand is so-and-so's ghost. Yeah, he killed me.
Yeah.
Haha. Case done.
It really introduces the possibility of some Wesley saves the ship situations. Look at us, 2 novices.
Just like in real life.
Shane, give your shot for whatever this is. Snarf.
Snarf, snarf, snarf. Snarf.
Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these steel samurais in my life. There are steel samurais that appear in live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean, so much to these kids, you know? Snarf. No, that's probably it. Regarding the murder weapon, yes. Is it heavy, that spear? It's pretty hefty, yeah. Yeah, it was the same dialogue as before.
And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run-through.
Oh, yes, I goofed on a round kick and I broke the spear.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
With duct tape, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Yep.
All of that's familiar. That's all of our talking topics, so I guess we go back to Studio One. Here she is, like always.
The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this.
I will say these are like generally... I was thinking about how much of a game this game is one case and so on, and like how spread out they are. And I was thinking about like, this is generally a better detective game than LA Noire was, which was like kind of like sloppy and more linear and awkward and was so focused on the tech of like, look at their facial expressions.
Yeah,
isn't it cool?
that's honestly like the #1 thing everyone remembers from LA Noire was like how it was at the time revolutionary, but immediately outdated. Because anytime you rely on your technology to make your game worthwhile, it's like immediately.
Well, that game also famously made a bizarre choice, apparently, where the buttons were truth, lie, and doubt, and they made the whole game with those buttons saying different things, and then they changed what the buttons said at like the last minute after the game largely already existed. Oh, and it makes the interpretations of what those buttons mean weird. Oh, which is why when the word doubt, you press doubt and you press that, he often acts really strangely and often like aggressively. You're like, why is he doing this? And you're confused. It's because that button used to say press.
Oh, well, press makes more sense.
Yeah.
Why would they change it to doubt?
And then apparently, like, yeah, because I felt that throughout my playthrough too, and I was like, are you okay, sir? I
always assumed that doubt was like they were using it as like a synonym for press. Because that seems like that's like one of the only functions you have as like a detective.
Like that's what
press
I've heard
for information.
Like a better experience if you play the whole game having known that actually those buttons meant different things. Because it changes the context of why you'd press them.
That's dumb. Why would they change that? Nick, I think your guard's down. She is a guard, Maya.
Yeah.
I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Woo, she's alive. It was a test.
It was all a test. A ruse. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way.
She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sal, he's soft, a pushover, just whatever Vasquez tells him to.
Like
she treats
murder.
him like dirt, but I think he likes it. I'm sure he does. She's a cutie. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Maya, come on.
Maya, oh, my sweet summer child.
Oh, baby. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No, it doesn't, Maya.
I'm tickled. I'm tickled.
About Mr. Hammer.
I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh. She's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Why would... Oh my gosh. Does he want to sneak by her because she's annoying? Is that the solution to the case?
Context of all of it.
I
don't know about that.
Maybe. I don't know. She's annoying. He's like, I don't want that lady talking to me again. I'm gonna sneak by.
Keep turning off the security cameras and it's pissing me off.
That would piss me off too if I was their boss. I'd be like, you're fired.
Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this?
I'm not in the mood for thinking. Thank you very much.
Damn.
That's me a lot of the time.
Damn. She's just not in the mood for thinking.
Go away. What? Get that filth out of my sight. And you're claiming that's poor old Hammer in there. And I thought you were such an innocent youth. Blah.
Did you?
You call me a whippersnapper all the time.
Haven't you been aggressively my antagonist at every turn?
Pretty much.
Whippersnapper!
I guess they're not filming today either. No, it's been like 4 days, guys. Come on.
Yep.
I did want to see them filming just one time.
We'll solve the murder.
But yeah, well, one of the people's dead. How are you gonna film?
Yeah, also bring the actor back to life.
Yeah.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
They won't let you in here. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Have we ever brought those up ever?
No. Wait. No, we did. And we said we were going to test their blood, remember?
Oh, yeah. You're right. That's why this day is happening.
Yeah. we didn't take a break between playing this, you guys.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
Yeah, I once had this, like, fantastical idea of finishing a case in one day or, like, 2 adjacent days, and then the reality of how long the cases actually get started to settle in. Like, yeah, good luck doing a third of the game in one day. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No. No touching.
Eek!
Fade to black. Game over.
Dead. Who's on trial now? It's Gumshoe.
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatic at times.
He spells dramatic. Do you see how he spelled dramatic?
Yeah, I'm confused about that.
Dramatique.
Dramatique. Intage. I suppose it's the actor in me. Patrick Warburton, who I am.
Dramatique.
Dramatic indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on the table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
Well, I mean, Gumshoe is trustworthy. He's just an idiot. So, I mean, I feel okay giving him, like, evidence to... as long as no one else ever touches it. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough investigation.
Not bad yet.
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here.
I don't trust that.
Our science guy gave me some testing solution.
That sounds iffy.
This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color.
That's, alright. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal.
And I want to see it change color.
Is now due time? Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color all right. So the food on this plate has been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it.
That's convenient.
Fake plate added to court record.
They bring it into court.
On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone.
That's really convenient.
That's a really distressing description. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I hate to admit the truth.
Well, good for him.
I kind of feel bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Why?
Because his job is still to get your guy in jail.
Fuck him.
Maybe this will
All that matters is the outcome.
Well, yeah,
not
but
the people making it
maybe
happen.
Edgeworth will come through and
It's
be
not
like
he gets fired and you're no longer a lawyer. You lost the case.
well, if he decides to switch sides and be an honest man, then he would get fired.
Yeah.
In real life.
How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Hot coffee.
Whoa. Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgelord.
The self-harm of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups.
She's impressed by this.
Cups? Bottles.
What? Wait, what?
Are you okay?
What's happening?
Say, whatever happened to the empty bottle? Don't we?
Oh no, did he break her bottle?
Do we not have it? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. Right, because they're the ones that have it for testing.
So that means...
We just heard a weird
Sorry.
dog tornado downstairs.
Dogs are arguing downstairs.
It was very distracting. Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Boom.
My dog is in here. She's very well behaved and doesn't fight with anybody.
And also knocked the fuck out with sleeping pills in the form of 4 hours of walking.
Yeah.
We went on an 8-mile walk and then had spaghetti. Which was hilarious.
I did go on an 8-mile walk and then eat spaghetti.
Yeah, I pointed that out afterwards.
Keith pointed out the funniness of that situation.
I'm guessing I know it's better than nothing. Nothing? You know nothing about the statue? It's concerning. He's so useful. It looks like Will Powers was drugged. I'm going to go back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests.
You're being very free with your information today, Detective.
Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after the director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone but you up there, Powers would be done for now. Done for by now. How is his... Am I the only one looking at that pencil and I'm like, how is it sticking out in that direction? How is it on his ear?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be poking towards us, but they just didn't draw it that way.
Yeah, if you have a pencil on your ear, it definitely won't go that way. It looks like it's stabbed into the side of his head, like it's a wound.
It's a straw for you to drink his brains out of.
Be a very airy sip.
Yeah, I'd be like, there's not a lot going on in there.
Like, you can't simulate You can't simulate that sound. It's impossible.
I think he's gonna be friends with us now. I think this is like our turning point for his character, because I know he's consistent. So this will maybe be now like where he like is like nice to us and doesn't hate us and think that we're always guilty.
Detective, about that bottle. Oh, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed that on the first sweep for evidence.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal.
It was just fucking sitting there. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth.
It must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility.
Oh, blush.
That's like the best way to get information. It's like, you must have a really hard life with all that tough responsibility. Your job must be so hard. Tell me all about it. I respect a man like you.
I need to learn how to be a proper voice actor that can do voices without destroying themselves.
I think a lot of very
it's all gravelly and shitty.
Important voice actors destroy their voices on a regular basis, unfortunately.
I don't know, I always hear about like there's supposed to be some sort of thing like screaming metal singers, for example, like how they can do it in a way that doesn't like wear them down. And there's like specific like I think I heard something about like other metal singers criticizing the singer from Avenged Sevenfold for doing it shitty and wrong. That's why he always hurts himself or something.
Well, I don't know. I just know there's a lot of voice actors who like consistently do hurt themselves doing specific voices.
It's like a lot.
But maybe, I don't know. I can't criticize their
job. Just barely started and I'm already like...
Well, luckily Gumshoe's not like a super huge character.
So he comes up right now?
Yeah, he just comes up like once, every once.